Beware, lest there be among you a root bearing poisonous and bitter fruit. One, very important word, one single person, woman, man, one who, when he hears the words of this sworn covenant, blesses himself in his heart, saying, I shall be safe, though I walk in the stubbornness of my heart. That's an important verse. Notice two things. One, God deals with individuals in Israel. Oh, so many scholar types say that we TGCW types are way too individualistic in our thinking about salvation. You don't grasp corporate realities, corporate categories in the Bible, which are everywhere and all important. You make salvation way too much a matter of the individual heart and that heart's relation to the Almighty. Well, verses 18 to 21 are pretty clear. Just be Bible women, would you please? Just be Bible women. This text is radically focused on the individual, over against the corporate, pointing out the danger of corporate thinking. Safety in my corporateness. That's the danger. I would venture to say, not in the text, an opinion. I would venture to say there are vastly more people in hell today because of the false securities of corporate thinking than there are in hell today because of over-individualizing the doctrine of salvation. No question in my mind about that. Millions upon millions of people led to destruction because they belonged to some institution. Verse 21. Are you with me? Verse 21. The Lord will single him out from all the tribes of Israel for calamity. In fact, this person's horrific mistake is to think he's safe in his stubbornness because he belongs to Israel. Oh, how many people have perished because they think my family, my tradition, my tribe, my church, my nation. In fact, nobody, I have thought carefully about this sentence, nobody is saved by belonging to a group. Any group. When their individual heart is hard toward God. That's the first thing to notice from verse 18. I said there were two. The first is, don't let anybody give you mumbo-jumbo about the Bible not prioritizing the individual when it comes to getting saved. Second thing to observe from verse 18. This verse is quoted in Hebrews 12:15. And the issue in Hebrews 12:15 is exactly the same, of course. They're inspired. New Testament gets the Old Testament right. And the issue is, an individual in the community to which Hebrews is written thinks he's safe with no heart for holiness. So I'm in the covenant community. I'm the new covenant community. You don't need holiness. Okay, we're justified by faith. To which the writer in Hebrews says in verse 14 of chapter 12, strive for the holiness without which nobody will see the Lord. That's straight out of Deuteronomy theology. That's a warning to the whole church. Don't play fast and loose with grace in God's new covenant community, thinking you are safe because of baptism or church membership or eating the Lord's Supper every Sunday. You're not safe if you don't keep the covenant.